Hello, how you doing? This is Fearless LoveMore. I'm here to be the change I want to see. Welcome to Fearless Friday. Now, I'm your life strategist. You can think of me as your GPS. I'm here to help you create a path between where you are and where you're trying to be. Now, today we're going to talk about the most important word in the human language, and that is yes. There is no word more powerful than the word yes. And the most important yes that you're going to ever hear is the one you tell to yourself every day. Because you have to say yes to you. You have to say yes to yourself. You have to say yes to your dreams. You have to say yes to your goals. You have to say yes to your potential. Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. You set the standard for belief and how everyone else is going to interact with you. Have you ever met somebody who just exudes confidence, who just exudes passion, who just walks like they already got it even when they don't have it? You know, those people are going to talk different. Those people are going to walk different. Those people are going to attract different opportunities in their life. Why? Because they have set the standard for the other people are going to follow. Because they believe in themselves. Other people see that belief in them and they believe in them. Because you got to realize, anytime you have a big goal, people are going to try and talk you out of your dreams. Life is going to try and talk you out of your dreams. You're going to have people tell you can't do it. You're going to have people tell you it's not possible. You're going to have people tell you to give up and all types of things to stop you from getting to where you want to be. But at the end of the day, other people's opinion of you and your goals did not have to become your reality. You choose who you're going to be, and if you continue to say yes to you, eventually they're going to follow suit. Because remember, you set the direction for your own life. And you have to believe in the power of your own potential. The main thing I see is people have settled for average in life when they could have had great. And the reason they settle for average in life is the same reason most people settle in court. The reason you settle in court is for one of two reasons. Because you didn't feel like putting up the fight. You didn't feel like having to keep going to court. You didn't feel like you having to pay the lawyers. You didn't feel like investing the time. Or you settled because you didn't think you could win in the first place. And those are the same two reasons people settle on their dreams. It's because A, they didn't think they could reach that goal in the first place. They didn't think they could run that successful business, so they didn't try. They didn't think they could make it, so they didn't even try. Or because they didn't want to put in the work. Because anytime you got big goals, it's going to require change in you. And most people don't want to make that change. It's too much work. Because you have to change your habits. You have to change the way you talk. A lot of times you got to change the people you spend your time around. And for most people, that's too much work. That's too hard. And since they didn't feel like doing it, they settled for average when they could have had great. And you have to remember that you define you. You. It is what you say after you say I that is going to define your life. I am, I will, I'm doing, I'm becoming is what you follow that with is going to define your life. I call it my Muhammad Ali theory. What was his affirmation? I am the greatest. Did he wait till he was already the champ to start saying that? No. He was the greatest before he even started, before he even became the champion. He was the champion. And I heard him once say, you know, I spent so much time telling people I was a champ. I spent so much time telling people I was going to be the greatest that I just had to start working to back it up. And you have to be like that with your dreams. You got to be able, when you got $2 in your pocket, be able to look yourself in the face, in the mirror, and say with conviction that I'm rich. And you got to be able to see that lifestyle. You got to be able to see it before you have it. What's your life going to be like when you get there? It's like now, I'm just getting started out. I'm becoming a speaker. I'm becoming a life strategist. But when people ask me, who am I? What do I do? I tell them, I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a life strategist. I change people's life. I help people change their life. Even though I may not have it yet, I can see it. I can feel it. I can taste it. It is already a part of me. And you got to be able to have that faith in yourself. You got to be able to have that faith in your potential that you could become that it's going to be there. And all you have to do is walk towards it and you will get there. Because every time you say yes to yourself, you are practicing. You are practicing hearing yes. You are practicing getting yes from other people. Because if you want other people to say yes to helping you with your dreams, if you want other people to say yes to helping you move towards your dreams, you got to be willing to say yes to you. If your dream is to get in better shape, then when your alarm clock goes off in the morning for you to go to the gym before you got to work, and you ask yourself that question that we all ask when our alarm clock goes off, do I feel like getting out of bed? You got to be willing to say yes. If your dream is to make straight A's in school, then when your friends call you on a Friday night telling you, yo, let's go out, let's go party, but you know you got a test on Monday, you got to be willing to say to yourself, yes, I'm going to stay in and study tonight. You got to be willing to say yes to making the sacrifices. You got to be willing to say yes to doing the work. Because when you do that, when other people see you saying yes to yourself, then they're going to say yes to you. Because what you practice, you're going to get. Repetition deepens the impression. When you say yes to yourself, other people are more likely to say yes to you. You gotta remember, in life, it only takes one yes, and that can completely change your life for the rest of your life. You got to, at one time is all it takes. You know, I was working with a young lady a couple of weeks ago. It was her dream to become a model. You know, there was this huge modeling conference at this big resort that was out of town, and it cost a lot of money in order for her to get there. And so she was talking to all her friends and family, asking, you know, who can donate, who can help me out, who can do anything they can that'll help me achieve my goal. And she contacted somebody who was a close family friend to her, and she was asking them, you know, can you help? And that person basically shut her down, told her no, not only no, but that, you know, you have a job, you know, you need to focus on this is not gonna work, this is just some silly dream. And so she calls me, she's crying, you know, she's distraught. You know, I don't want to ask anybody for any more help. They just gonna tell me, no, I can't take the no's from people close to me, maybe I am not doing the right thing. And I told her that, you know, if you're gonna let one person telling you no stop you from achieving your dream, you must not have really wanted it that bad in the first place, because you're gonna have to go through some no's to get to the yeses. You're gonna have to be able to endure people telling you no in order to find that one person that's gonna tell you yes, because that's really all it takes. It takes that one person who believes in you enough to tell you yes, and that could completely change your life. And what happened is she kept going, she kept asking, and she found that one person that told her yes. And even though that person didn't have the money, that person put on a fundraiser for her that allowed her to raise all the money she needed in order to make it there and achieve her goal. It only takes that one person to say yes. It only takes that one time to get it right. I had a friend of mine, a special needs gentleman. I was talking to him about becoming more independent in life. We're talking about getting his driver's license. And he said he hasn't got his driver's license because he thinks he will fail the test. And I said, you know, it's okay. If you fail the test, you try again. And he says, well, what happens if I fail the test, you know, 5 and 6 times? I said, well, then you need to try again 7 and 8 times, because it really doesn't matter how many times you fail. You could fail that test all you want, but all you got to do is pass it one time, and then you got your driver's license. You know, all it takes is for you to get it right one time. I call this my Thomas Edison theory of endurance, of perseverance, because they say Thomas Edison tried to invent the light bulb over 1,000 times. Over 1,000 times he tried and didn't get it right. You know, most people, average people, would have gave up after 20. You know, I know after about 15, I'd be like, screw this light bulb, I'm going to do something else. But he tried over 1,000 times, and that's the difference between trying something and doing something. When you try something, if it don't work, you're going to give up. When you're going to do something, you'll keep going until you get it right. And that's what he did. He kept going until he got it right. And once he got it right, it was right forever. We still got light bulbs because he got it right that one time. That 1,000 times he tried before means nothing, because he got it right that one time. You know, you look at Eminem, he was trying to become a rapper for years before he met that one person, Dr. Dre, who said, yes, I'll give you a chance. His life has changed forever. So often in life, it only takes that one time, that one person saying yes to you. And a lot of times, it's that first time, the first person that has to say yes to you is you. If you're willing to say yes to you, I guarantee you, you will find somebody else who is willing to say yes to you. So are you going to go after your dreams? Are you going to make it happen? I'm going to say yes for you, because I believe that you can make it happen, because I'm about to make mine happen. All you got to do is say yes. Now, I'm Fearless LoveMore, and I'm out of here.